question was, since it's been over 20 years since my last surgery, am I still glad that I stopped? And the answer to that question is yes. There's always a part of me that's going to wonder. I mean, my sister, who passed away in 2007 actually, was considered very good looking. Now, I never thought of her that way, but she was my sister. But, so there's always that part of me that wonders, what would I have looked like had this never happened? Which actually brings up an interesting point. I have lived with this my entire life. I do not know what it's like, nor can I imagine what it's like for someone like who goes off to Iraq or something like that and comes back with their face severely disfigured. See, I just used a bad word. With their face changed for the rest of their life. I feel that I can be helpful to those people because I can tell them, I am a living example that your life is not over. I am not looking at myself the majority of the time. I am not standing in front of a mirror. I'm not looking at a photo. In fact, everybody talks about, oh, I look so bad in pictures, meaning nobody thinks they look good in photos. Well, it's hard for me to look at photos because I have to deal with the reality that I don't see through my own eyes. So for me, it's like emphasis. When someone stares at me, that's a reminder. Even when somebody asks a question, which I encourage people to do, I will not go back on that statement. It is a reminder. But otherwise, I don't feel different. There are advantages to having a difference. I am very memorable. Now, the personality behind the face contributes significantly. I understand that. I know that if I came in this room, if someone else was speaking and I came in this room and sat down and said nothing, didn't interact with anyone, yeah, people would glance at me and they would notice. And they would think, oh, wow, I wonder why she looks like that. But then they would leave, we would all leave, and they would not remember me. But instead, I get up in front of people, or I sit in the front row and I raise my hand and I ask questions, and I interact. Most of the bands I like know me on a first name basis. So there are advantages to being remembered or being memorable, and I take advantage of it. I turn it into an asset when I can. And because I have adopted that mindset, if somebody told me tomorrow I could do surgery that would totally fix it, I don't think I would do it, because this has become part of my identity. Were I to take that step, I would be completely changing my identity. And I don't want to do that. And I don't think anybody, I suppose if somebody is totally miserable with their life, they need to find a new direction. That's all I've got to say. But I encourage people to live what I call from the inside out. Live beyond what you look in the mirror. Live as if you don't have to look at yourself all the time.